Thank you for tuning in to the 2025 Connecticut Crokinole Cup Singles and Doubles Championship. This is a Tier 3 National Crokinole Association event. This is the singles semifinal round between, on your left, Ehren Lewis from the Extra Pint Crokinole Club, who most recently won the Vermont State Championship and placed second at the Masters Crokinole tourney alongside Tracey. And playing against him today is Ryan Buhr. Just a week or two ago, he won the Louisville Crokinole Championship. He is also the Columbus Singles Champion this season. This will be a race to 9 points. The winner of this match will go on to the finals to play the winner of the other semifinal round, which, no spoilers, I won't tell you that till the end of this video. Players starting off, Ehren taking his first Open 20, Buhr working with the hammer, and we are off to the races. In the background, you can see the other semifinal match far back between Brian Ruck-Deschel from the Connecticut Crokinole Club up against Mike Matag, also known as Magic Mike. And a quick pause in the video as the table beside them has a call that they need verified. Something on the line. Always a good idea to, if you're not sure whether a piece is touching the line or not, to have a third opinion come in rather than players at the board. Nonetheless, Buhr unfazed by the action. Ehren, the first to miss on his third Open 20 attempt, going long. Buhr, working with the hammer, is going to be content to play some defense, staying on the far side of the 15. I was curious if he'd be able to get in front of a post, but still a good spot here. It'll be up to Ehren to pull play back. Buhr doesn't get the off, but well hidden behind the post. Ehren might be able to go through his own piece, but that post could be in the way. His only other option is Hogan's Alley, so no great shots here for Ehren. We will see how he handles this situation. Hits his own invalid shot, loses both his own piece and the shooter, leaving the door open for Buhr to score that Open 20. Nicely done, capitalizing on the opportunity. And Lewis goes strong, another invalid shot. He had to peel that. I know what he was going for, but with that, the round is officially sealed. Buhr will be taking the first 2 points of this match. Final shot's inconsequential, just some practice 20s before we move into the next round. A huge thank you to the Connecticut Crokinole Club for hosting this event. If you want to learn more about this group, you can check them out on their Facebook page. Link is in the description below. Players resetting as they go into the second round. Buhr to open up. Staying on range with his 20s, we will see who is the first to miss. And we've seen both these players play before. Both of them are very strong in their Open 20s game. Ehren, I'm trying to think the last time we saw him in a singles tournament on video. I believe it was the Brooklyn Crokinole Championship where he ended up placing third. Great semifinal match against the 2B champion, Mark Ponzio, and then beating Marshall Saeed in the third place decider. Both these players now at 4 20s apiece, and as we get further into the match, the first miss is more consequential. Buhr going long. We'll see what Ehren does here. Pushing through. I don't know if he's going for the follow-through or roll away. Nonetheless, in a good position right now. Just between the posts. If Buhr wants anything, it's going to be a follow-through. Buhr practicing some patience as he waits for a better opportunity, hoping for Ehren to open the door. Ehren with a bounce, not a horrible position. Buhr pulling that back a little bit. It's going to come down to his final shot. He can either try to hide on Ehren, which, given the first round, could be something to consider, or the angle in. There it looks like he was going for the hide, but I don't think that is tucked nicely behind the post. It should be accessible for Ehren. He gets it, tying it up 2-2 now. Good attempt from Buhr. Nonetheless, we head into the third round, all tied up. Ehren will be the first to open in the third round, giving Buhr the hammer. And again, hammer advantage is ideally the best, especially if you win the 20s race. It really comes down to who wins a 20s race on whether having the last shot is an advantage or not. But nonetheless, Ehren taking his first shot, going long, barely staying in the valid shot region. Just on the line, and Buhr more than content to keep play on the outside. We are going to see Ehren peel here. And now Buhr, you see, has the final shot if he gets a 20. He's now up in the cup by 1. And that's why having the hammer can be advantageous. Ehren going long again, and Buhr more than happy to take a roll away. Ehren inspects his option from the outside, although if he goes to the outside, Buhr can just keep him out there for as long as he likes. So Ehren instead playing through that diagonal lane, getting the piece off. Buhr rolling over. This is closer for Ehren, but Buhr doing a good job getting that still between the laneways a little bit. Ehren looking at a touch from the right side of the quadrant, shaking his head. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think that's there. I'm glad we came to the same conclusion. Nonetheless, most likely going for a follow-through here, just about halfway through the shots, and loses his shooter. That could be catastrophic if Buhr can capitalize. He doesn't! This is the opening that Ehren needs to get back in this round. Backboard opportunity. This is a critical shot, and he gets it with the off. Still needs another mistake out of Buhr, and Buhr is not giving him that opportunity. All Ehren can do here is stay consistent with his open 20s and hope for a mistake out of Buhr. There it is. Ehren has two options here. He can either get the follow-through 20, or he can try to roll slightly and get in front of one of those posts where Buhr can't get the off. Both of those requiring a high level of precision. And with Ehren, I think he's more preferential to go for the follow-through. That's what he'd prefer. I don't know if I said that correctly. That being said, he does talk about the posted option. You see him pointing there. He could go for that post slightly closer to Buhr. That being said, if he got it on the post furthest away from Buhr, right in front, that would be a great spot. We'll see what he does with this now. Goes for the follow-through, losing his shooter. Buhr just needs a valid shot. There it is. Buhr taking another 2 points, bringing the score 4-2. This is a Tier 3 National Crokinole Association event. If you want to learn more about upcoming events of which you can possibly attend or how your favorite players are doing, you can check that out on the National Crokinole Association website. Link is in the description below. Ehren with a hammer in this round. Buhr opening up with a 20, and we are off to the races. And we've already seen the players go halfway through their shots before somebody missed, but Buhr on his second shot, leaving a backboard for Ehren, looking to capitalize. He does with the off to go. Pressure on Buhr now. He'll need to stay strong on his open 20s and hope for a mistake out of his opponent. But so far, no mistake. In the background, watching the matches, you can see Jeremy Reed in the far left corner of the screen. Gray shirt, yellow logo. He's from the Diamond State Crokinole Club that recently hosted the Diamond State Crokinole Championship. I believe he made it to the semifinal round alongside TJ Howell. So a lot of high-level competition here if you look around the room, if you are more familiar with the players. Ehren staying strong with his open 20s. One more open 20 and he can guarantee the tie and most probably the win. That does it. We could be looking at a perfect round out of Lewis if he can get this shot. He does. Well done to him. Tying it up with 8 out of 8 20 scored. Certainly a confidence booster to be going into the rest of the round. Anybody scoring a perfect round in game, that it just makes you feel good for what the rest of the match is going to look like. Nonetheless, Ehren opening up this round, not breaking. And we are right back to the races. Huge thank you as well to Jamie Harder. He brought the cameras and made it possible for us to bring this coverage to you. He's from the Point Crokinole Club and most recently started up Crokinole USA, a YouTube channel dedicated to a lot of crokinole coverage. If you want to check that out, link for that will be in the description below as well. Both players 3 for 3 in the cup. Ehren having yet to miss after 11 shots if you include the last round. I jinxed him! Oh no! I swear it's not intentional. Nonetheless, Buhr Doesn't get the off, but ends up nicely in front of a post. That should still go. Ehren with 2 pieces on the board. But Buhr, as long as he plays to the higher value one, should be in a good position. Buhr working with the hammer, so Ehren, work will be on him to pull play back into the 15, where he can maybe work a 20 or get a mistake out of his opponent. Pushes too far, and Buhr is now just going to hit and stay there in the 10 region, rolling over nicely. See if this gets a mistake out of Ehren. It does. Buhr could probably, I think he could just peel off this and force Ehren to play to the far side of the board. If he keeps it on, he has more points, but it gives Ehren something to work with. So I don't know if he was trying to roll that piece all the way out or keep it on. I think I would have peeled that, but certainly not a bad decision to leave that on while it leaves Ehren something to work with. Unless he makes a 20 out of, even if he makes a 20 out of it, not much else. All Buhr needs to do is touch that piece. He doesn't even need the 20, but he will take it. Buhr taking the lead, bringing the score 6-4. A very back and forth match, this one. This video coverage is provided to you by Tracey Boards, the official board builders for the World Crokinole Championships, and also the board being used in this semifinal match. If you want to learn more or to buy your very own board, go to traceyboards.com. Link is in the description below. Buhr opening up the round. Ehren to have the hammer in the background. We just saw Darren Van Gameren pass by from the Buffalo Crokinole Club. I believe he was partnered with Katie Van Gameren for this in the doubles division. Make sure to check that out. After this singles coverage, we will be flipping over to the doubles side of the tourney. Buhr with a 20 advantage right now. Good advantage to have. Playing against the hammer, but lipping out. This is Ehren's opportunity to get back in the round. He will most certainly want the off with this. Doesn't get the 20. Buhr very quickly to roll away while he doesn't get the off, and it's not the first time that's happened. He does end up in a somewhat awkward position. I don't think that's perfectly in front of a post, so not too much trouble for Ehren to get that off the board. Buhr with a bit of cleanup to do right now. 2 pieces on the board for Ehren, while Ehren is down to 20. If he can end with 2 pieces on, scoring 20 points or higher in value, he should be good. Although that 1 in the 5 could cause him trouble. All Buhr needs to do is get out to the firmly into the 10 region, and he should still be good. Ehren doesn't get the off. Buhr with 2 pieces on. That could be the round. Because now Ehren can't get the double and keep that 2-piece advantage on the board. There is, I think, short of a prayer, no way Ehren gets a double out of this. There's a post quite literally smack dab in the middle of those 2 pieces. We'll see what Ehren does with this. I mean, I think his best bet is to work with that 1 in the 15. It looks like he's lining up maybe to go through his own piece, but I don't know what he would do with that. And you see a laugh out of Ehren. I'm assuming he's laughing a bit at the predicament he's in. The other thing to consider is that 1 in the 15 is right up against a post. So I don't think that cleanly goes off the board. And with so few shots left, Ehren gets the off, but probably not quite enough. Buhr needs to be careful here. I wouldn't play to the 1 in the 5, because if Ehren is left with something he can work with and able to angle in for a 20, he would win the round. So Buhr rolls out from the 1 in the 15 to the 5. I think that was the move, because Ehren, the only way he can tie this round is to somehow angle in for the 20 off that piece in the 5, closer to him, and then both of them have 5 points on the board. That's his only option. There's no way he gets a double out of this, unless there's something absolutely phenomenal that I'm not seeing, but I'm not seeing it. Some crazy damage, something else. Only option is to angle in for the 20. That's most likely going to involve a post. This is, needless to say, a Hail Mary shot, but what a shot it would be if he's able to do it. Also looks like You can barely hear Ehren talking. I was just able to pick it up. It looks like he's talking about going through his own to hit that far one that's in the 5, keeping his secondary piece in the 10, and the other one angling into the 15, which would tie it, but I don't know if there's a line to get in the 15 from there. I'm going to love to see it, though. He's lining it up. Let's see how this plays out. I think Ehren knows that this is a crazy shot. I'm loving the creativity. Neither of these options are what you would call good options. You wouldn't take these shots unless absolutely necessary, but it is absolutely necessary. Taking a final breath before takes his shot here now. The round comes down to this. Let's see it, folks. You hear him laughing. He is so nervous about this. Oh, he goes for it. Doesn't get it. Buhr takes the round, bringing the score 8-4, and Buhr is now within striking distance of winning this semifinal match. Now you'll see the match in the background. The other semifinal match is now wrapped up. I believe that wrapped up 1 or 2 minutes ago. Spoiler, at the end of this video, we will be showing the thumbnail for the final, so I don't want to tell you who's in the final right now, but if you haven't seen the other semifinal and you don't want that spoiled for you, I recommend you pause right when this match is over and go watch that. And then you can come back and see who made it from the other match, or you would know from watching the other match. That was a silly recommendation. Nonetheless, Ehren, the first to miss. Now that I'm done rambling to myself. Buhr going for the drop back, doesn't get it. Buhr is working with the hammer, so pretty comfortable with how this is right now. Lewis fights for a follow-through, doesn't get it. Buhr makes that hurt, going up in the 20 now. Ehren, bit of pressure on him. He needs to stay strong with his open 20s and hope for a mistake out of his opponent. On the upside, Ehren, needless to say, is on with his 20s. We saw him hit a perfect round earlier in the match. That being said, we've seen Buhr hit them quite a few times on camera. So, hoping for a mistake out of Buhr isn't the greatest strategy, but right now it's the only strategy that Ehren has. And if Buhr can guarantee the tie, that'll seal the round. It comes down to this. That is that. With that, Buhr's guaranteed 1 point, maybe 2. Either way, he has won this semi-final match. Congratulations. Players shake hands, and spoiler coming up as we see the thumbnail for the finals, which will be Ryan Buhr versus Mike Matag, a.k.a. Magic Mike. They will be duking it out in, I believe, a race to 9 to decide who is the 2025 Connecticut Singles Crokinole Champion. So stay tuned for that. That will be out very shortly. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to join the expanding Crokinole universe. My name is Garrett, and as always, happy flicking.